Hi, I'm Aubrey, a 40-something queer woman living in Oregon. For the next 6 months, I am focusing on my glow up and becoming the best version of myself after moving through breast cancer 2 very different times. Join me as I live my truth and document the journey. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, June 6th, 6/6, day 6 of the 6-month glow up journey that I am on. This morning, I feel so tired. I wanted to be up at 6 o'clock. I didn't get up until 8. And these are those moments from my own lived experiences is that when the body's like, I need to sleep more, to just let it sleep. This is something I had to learn when I was moving through breast cancer, and learning to rest when the body tells you to rest is almost like a superpower, because this society prides people on just pushing through, keep going. You can sleep when you're dead. I'm not a fan of that saying. I digress. Today's just moving a little slower, and that's okay. And I also recognize that as a highly sensitive person who's very susceptible to energies and being around a lot of people, I've noticed that because I've been to the gym 5 days in a row, that's a lot of energy for me personally. I'm not surprised that I'm tired today. And my niece graduates this evening, and so I've got to go sit in a stadium packed full of people. I'm being very mindful as to just moving slower this morning, and that's something that I pass along to you as the viewer, that you don't need to go 100 miles an hour every single day, because if you do, you're gonna burn out and you're gonna get sick, and you might also have some kind of illness because your body will tell you to slow down. The question is, are you listening? I'm also doing my best to stay indoors a little more today because pollen count outside right now is high. I'm gonna use a mask tonight when I'm sitting at the graduation, because last year I sat out for my nephew's graduation. I literally waited until he walked and then I left. It was that bad. Supplements. Mentally, I'm feeling very strong. I feel, again, switch with the energy within me and my mindset and the mental chatter, because the mental chatter has now switched from, you're not good enough, you can't do this, why do you think you can do this, to, girl, you got this, you can do anything, keep moving forward. And like I said in a previous video, that has taken me 40 something years to arrive into this moment, because it's a challenge to observe and notice those thoughts and to interrupt them. I'm gonna finish my morning routine, and then I'm gonna study astrology, and I'm gonna hit the gym. When I say hit the gym, today is a rest day, so we're just gonna walk. Because what I have recognized for this 6-month glow up journey is that I'm so focused on the editing issue, I'm not studying astrology, and astrology is the #1 thing to focus on. So I'm gonna switch it up, where in the mornings, because I have such better focus in the mornings personally, I study astrology anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, depending on just like how the flow is going, if I'm really into it, but at least 1 hour. That's the goal. And then the gym, and then come home and use the afternoon to edit, because I can do that in the afternoon. I find that like when I do that, it just flows better. So That's where my mind is at. That's where I'm at. Emotionally, I feel really grateful to just feel this deep knowingness that things have switched within me. Also, my dream state was freaking wild last night. That is also part of the other reason why I didn't want to get out of bed, because I kept going back into the dream. That's another topic we can talk in a different video. I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get on with the morning. Had such a great morning studying, working on some projects and things that just need to move forward. And because I was just like always focusing on the editing, I feel like I've hit a stride as to now it all makes sense that I study in the morning and into the early afternoon, then I go to the gym, then I come home and edit. That's what we're gonna do now. I also find that the more I reflect on this 6-month glow up that I'm doing for myself is that this is gonna look different for everyone. Some people's 6-month glow up is really about like making huge strides, where for me personally, it's just being better 1% each day. Like showing up for myself every single day, making sure I keep those small promises to myself, like going to the gym, taking my supplements, using my neti pot, making sure I keep a clean space. I just thought that was important to share because I know someone watching this is gonna think of a 6-month glow up different for themselves. And that's the thing about this incredible human experience, is that you get to make it whatever you want. It's a rest day, so I'm gonna walk. That's what I'm gonna do for my body. And I feel really good today. And I think that's important to feel into that and remember this feeling on the days that I don't feel great. Let's go. Not that this gym has ever really been busy when I've been there, but it's just like a different vibe on a Friday afternoon when most people don't want to be working out at like 1 o'clock. I walked for an hour. I got a little, I think it was like 3 miles, 3.25 miles. I'm gonna go edit, chill at home before my niece's graduation. All the things I'm bringing to go sit and wait for my niece's graduation. Trail mix, a mask because of my allergies. I'm also bringing a book and my water bottle. Let's do a what's in my bag while I'm sitting here waiting for my dad and my brother for my niece's graduation. My favorite bag right now. I like the material, I like the color. I got it at TJ Maxx. I've got my keys. I am someone who's constantly keys in the purse, keys in the purse, keys in the purse. I have some hand sanitizer. This is the Touchland Power Mist. This is, I believe, sandalwood. I have my earbud. I have some essential oils that I like to use. Currently, I have this blend that I have, and I also have frankincense. Frankincense is good for protection and warding off energies. 2 different lip balms. I have a Portland Bees wax one, and then I have a Naked Eco Balm Buddha allergy eye drops, because it's allergy season, and you know, I'm 40 something and I would have thought that shit I would have outgrown it. This is my card holder. Got my license, all that kind of stuff. I also have a handkerchief because, hello, allergy season. I have a Lotus Drop. This is like a herbal mint flavor that I really enjoy. They're better than the Ricola in my own personal opinion. And cash. I am very minimal. I do like a good purse, but like recently I've just been really liking the fanny pack and I wear it sideways on me. This is a homemade cleansing, warding, protecting spray that I find that is incredibly powerful, and I don't go anywhere without it. I like to spray this every time I get back into my car from somewhere. That's what's in my bag. I am going to close out the vlog here. I need to unwind. And as someone who is an energetic being, very sensitive to other people's energies and around people, I was around probably 3,000 people. I wore a mask, I wore my dark sunglasses, I wore a hat. It was really nice because we were actually at the top, the bleachers, which that was really nice to not be amongst a bunch of people, but to just be up. And then at one point I was standing against the back wall. It helped me, and while I was sitting there waiting for like 90 minutes, I was listening to my audiobook because there was just too much noise around me and I just could not listen to other people's conversations and all that kind of stuff. So that's something that I recommend if you're someone who, when you're out and you're in a crowd waiting for something and it's overwhelming, just put some earbuds in. Even if you don't want to listen to anything. No allergy problems, that was great. I got to see my niece afterwards and then I said peace out, because usually by now it's 9 o'clock and I'm in bed. I'm gonna drink my magnesium, I'm gonna use my neti pot, I'm gonna shower, journal, connect with my guides, crawl into bed, read, and then tomorrow is the farmer's market and we're gonna do all this again tomorrow. So if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode of the 6-month glow up journey. I'm incredibly grateful for your time, your presence, your energy, and stopping by my corner of the universe. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.